Hey everybody, it's Cathy Inman. We're here for Tech Tuesday. We're going to talk a little bit about the technology behind Shuffle and how to use it and what to use it for. And like I was saying, I was just having lunch with somebody yesterday. We were talking all about Shuffle, and I didn't have to say a word because he was telling his friend everything that I didn't have to say a word. He was like, I got to tell you about this cool thing. You need it. Everybody needs it. Here's why you need it. Here's how you're going to use it. I was like, all right, I'll just sit over here and be quiet and drink my tea. So we jumped in before we started recording about the tap technology. We've been super excited, of course we all are, about being able to use the NFC and tap our information to other people. And we were just talking about, there are competitors out there, of course, but one of the things he noticed and he just wanted to confirm, and we've confirmed it, but I just want to catch you up, was if you see somebody say like no app needed, right? You don't have to have Shuffle to share a Shuffle card in any way, to text it, email it, tap it, all the above.
Yep.
So we were just kind of catching you up on that.
Now the user needs to have an account, but even if they're doing it all on the web, and this is what's going to be interesting because we're working on this right now. I was actually talking with the guys about some testing. Like if you don't even have a mobile phone, and I don't know who out there might, maybe you're an iPhone 3 user or something from 2007. You know what I mean? If you have a computer, you're going to be able to log on. You're going to be able to even program these from your computer. So that's going to be the next phase that we have coming out. So you don't need to have a mobile app. And I think when a lot of people say that phrase, Cathy, like you don't need an app to have this or to use this, I think what they're referring to is the recipient as well. From the standpoint of back in the early days, it was almost like, oh, I want to share something with you. But before I do, you got to go to the app store. You got to download this app. You got to create an account. Then I can share with you. Because all of the content that you're building within Shuffle, any one of your cards, that exists on the web. So all the user needs is a browser. That could be their phone browser. That could be their computer browser. Doesn't matter. As long as they have a browser where they can open that link. And that's pretty much going to be the standard for everything. All the competitors and stuff like that is it's going to be a browser. I have come across a few who are still on that, like, you need an app. And I'm like, okay, good luck.
I just ran into somebody 2 weeks ago at a meeting. She was like, oh, I have a digital business card. Let me show it to you. And she would show me, she's like, but you have to download this first. I'm like, really? Wow. Okay. I was like, we need to talk.
Yep. So your recipient never needs an app or anything like that. Obviously, if you're going to be updating your cards from your mobile device, a native app is a little bit more elegant than your mobile web browser. But even if you just had a mobile web browser, you could use Shuffle by logging into your online account and adjusting things as well. So if you're a person who, I'm not putting any apps on my phone, that's fine. You can still use Shuffle. You just log in through the web interface.
Right. Well, I had somebody today that used the free card for years. She's in one of my networking groups, and she's always had the free card. And then she was like, I figured that maybe I would get possibly some more features if I, went ahead and got the whole account. And I was like, yeah, actually, you'll get a lot more features. And so she called me today and she was like, oh my gosh.
Well, I think that goes back to Ruben's comments earlier as well. Is everybody needs to be aware so that one, we're all maximizing the benefits that we have at our own disposal. And then number two, so that if somebody's asking you, like, what's the difference between the free account and the premium account? Like, for me, it's like free account is one template, one card, one link. Light tracking, lead capture, that type of stuff. Whereas you're going to offer relationship management, you're going to offer 10 cards, you're going to offer templates, you're going to have so much more flexibility. Who's viewing your card, the links, the campaigns, all of that's coming in the premium side. And I think this is the other big differentiator that we see, Cathy, when we talk about competition. Even the companies out there selling a single card for like $97, like you get that for free over here, you know what I mean? And a lot of those cards, they're not going to tell you when it's being opened, who is opening it. They're not going to capture your leads. They won't filter those leads into a relationship management tool. They won't do notes, reminders, all of that. And then the other piece that I think gets heavily overlooked, and I think we still find ourselves being defined as a digital business card, is all the flexibility of true landing pages that you can create on the platform. And Cathy, I know you and I
100%.
talked ad nauseum about that, like landing pages, landing pages, landing pages. And it's funny that you mentioned the meeting that you had. I was on a call with James Flower yesterday with another group. And man, he just wanted to add, just such an amazing advocate. And I think this is what I love about the people who are using and maximizing the entire suite is they realize all the power that this technology provides to them. And they're super excited about sharing that power and flexibility to the next person. You know, it's not just digital business card. It can do this and this and this. Oh, and by the way, this, and oh, I just thought of this. And it's like, you're absolutely right. You know, it does all those things.
But then you still say something else and they're like, what? It does that too?
Yeah. We just need the world to find out about it, right? And we'll get there. Everybody will know sooner or later.
Absolutely. So talking about all that, that was all just the stuff that we talked about before we even jumped on and started recording. Does anybody have any questions to kick us off before we talk about anything specific? Any questions that we can just answer? Anna, what's going on with you?
I think I'm brain dead.
No worries.
A simple question.
Yeah.
If I want to send someone to become an affiliate, I know about the affiliate, LFI.com affiliate, whatever, but how do I get them to my page?
I love it. Do you want me to go through that real quick?
Sure. Really
quick. The page is already up. And in fact, guys, this is up from our Friday call. I pretty much keep these tabs open. If you're a person like me, sometimes you're multiple windows, multiple tabs, but it's always available. I keep my week at a glance. You guys will see this. It's the same cards all the time. Week at a glance is up here. My calendar is up here. The tap, the shuffle, even the affiliate page of the website. And guys, if you notice, this is in Spanish. We've been doing a lot within the Spanish markets. You can always send information to somebody else. There's Google Translate on here. So maybe it's not Spanish, it's another language. You just adjust it down here, copy the link and send it out. And Anna, to answer your question, we all have that invite ID. In this case, for our Doug demo account, it's Douglas.Baldwin. So I'm just sending people to lfishuffle.com/affiliate/Douglas Baldwin. Yours might be Anna.Brooks or
A Brooks.
Is it Anna A. Brooks or M. Brooks?
It's just A Brooks, yeah.
A. Brooks. Okay, yeah. So you would do that, you know, A. Brooks. So it'd be lfishuffle.com/affiliate/A. Brooks. The reason why I'm saying the affiliate page is because if they subscribe here, and again, I'm in Spanish, but if they subscribe through that link, it's going to create their Shuffle account and start them down the affiliate activation process. But what you'll notice is that invite link that you have for A. Brooks, you can put it on the end of any of the promotional URLs. So lfishuffle.com/affiliate, the main website, right? lfishuffle.com. This is Milton's, but it could be, you know, Douglas demo. You would just grab that. That's the link you're going to send. So if yours is M. Brooks.
A Brooks.
Oh, I'm sorry. A. Brooks. I know M is the middle name. It just threw me off. You know, then that's what your link would look like.
ER. Then again, the question is going to be: is that if we go to our dashboard and we hit our account, if you go down there, it'll say invite links, and there's a whole series of invite links.
Yep. So I'm actually logged into what you're talking about here. Obviously, this account is not an affiliate yet, but it has the thing to become an affiliate. But if you can see past this, this little pop-up in the background here on the left-hand side, you can see where it says my invite code, and it has the Douglas Baldwin. So that's all we're doing is we're just putting that Douglas Baldwin behind or after, and obviously change it for yours respectively, you know, and then that's the link that I would share out to people. So if I'm promoting Shuffle, I could send them that. If I'm promoting Tap, I could send them here, lfi.com/tap/my invite code. The same thing on the affiliate side, just /affiliate/ your invite code, Anna, and that'll get them to you. And then to Ruben, what Ruben was saying, there's an invite button just below your invite code here that if you click on, there are even some of the direct links to direct to the shopping cart. So if you wanted to build your own Shuffle card about promoting Shuffle, and then you wanted to link it to the sign up, the link is in there on those invite links.
Show me that again.
Yep. So if you're seeing my screen, and unfortunately I can't click on it because otherwise we'd have to activate the affiliate status for our Doug demo account.
I got it.
Just in the background here, where you see my invite code, and it should show your name, or
Yes,
in this case, and then below that there's a green button that says invite.
that's what I was looking for.
Yep. Click on that invite, and there's probably about 5 different URLs there. You can use those URLs on buttons in your cards, or you can send that URL directly to somebody. But also, I always encourage people, and I think this is a best practice, whether you're sending them to a website, a link, your own personal cards, is go on ahead and give it a preview. Make sure you know what those links are going to, so that you know what to expect that recipient to be seeing, because they might reach back out to you. Like, one of those links goes directly to the sign up page. If you don't build enough context before sending somebody straight to a sign up page, they're going to be like, Anna, you sent me to a sign up page, but I don't even know what I'm signing up for. You know what I mean?
Or vice versa, right? They're looking for the sign up page and you send them to the website and they're like, wait, what do I click on?
Yeah, where do I go?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So if they're ready to sign up, I'll send them straight to the sign up page, or I might use that sign up link on one of my own personal Shuffle cards. Maybe I build a testimonial card, why I like Shuffle, right? That's where we opened up this call, where everybody's talking about their own personal reasons why they love Shuffle and why they'd recommend somebody else get it. And then boom, sign up now, and you link that to your sign up link. So lots of flexibility there.
Absolutely. Does that help, Anna?
That did. That was what I was looking for.
Great.
Perfect. Rose, what did you, hold on one second, it just disappeared. I offered a free card on social media in a group. Someone asked for the promo code. What's the best way to respond?
Yep.
Should I ask them any questions before sending it to them?
Completely up to you, Rose Michelle. I mean, again, I know when you and I were talking, one of your concerns was somebody hears free and then they automatically start to think scam. So instead of even like quid pro quo, like give me your information, post the promo code out there, grab that individual link. Even one of the things that I think is a great one to use, and I'm going to share screen again to go through this, for everybody on here who might be promoting free digital business cards, a great card to share is your free card. So I've got it already built here. I'll show everybody where to get it, right? Free card offer. That's the link I would promote to them, Rose Michelle, unless you've already built an overview card. And then claim your free card will link straight in with your invite code already attached for them to get exactly what you'd offered them, the free digital business card. Now, if you guys want to create your own free card to start sharing out, like Rose Michelle, you're doing right now, a campaign in social media. And I want to mention this because we had a great conversation. Your strategy was, there are a bunch of social media groups where the whole premise of the group is free stuff. Well, guys, if people are on that group specifically looking for free stuff, wouldn't that be an ideal place to give everybody in that group a free digital business card? And then to what we were talking about, Rose Michelle, just follow through with your offer. If you say, I'm going to give you a free business card, and somebody says, great, what's the link? Boom, here you go. There's the link. Anybody else? This card is free, and here are the benefits. And then just continue to I would do it in one thread so that every time you comment on that thread, it just moves back up to the top of that group, if you're being strategic about it. Now, if you want to build that free card, offer card, like the promo card that is free, you're going to hit create a new card. You're going to hit it on the mobile card builder. Okay, you can see I've already got it right here, free card offer. It's right next to my free business card template itself. But I'm going to go on ahead and hide this and show you. If yours is looking more like this, you want to mouse all the way over on the left-hand side to search for a template right here. You want to select the option for promoting LFI, and it gives you a whole range. These are similar to those invite links, Anna, but they're all already linked to a built card. And you're going to select free card. When you do that, boop, it pops right up the template, and you can start using that. And
it's so funny though. I get the same thing. They're like, what do you mean free? I'm like, I don't know how else to explain it.
Well, and sometimes you got to really be simple, right? What I mean by free is there is
Don't have to pull out your debit card.
Yeah, zero
Right?
cost to this, and we will not collect any type of credit card. Truly a free digital business card. And again, don't be afraid to put that out there, because that's exactly what the offer is. And to Ruben, your point, that's a big differentiator. We're not going to collect any card information. All of this is purely 100% free. So when people are sort of inquisitive about that, those are buying questions. Just directly answer the question. Nobody's trying to create some weird like, aha, gotcha. You know what I mean? Instead of like, hey,
so funny. Like,
you know, what do you mean by free?
Yeah, I had somebody ask me that last week. Ruben, go ahead, and then I think Rose Michelle has another question. Go ahead.
Here's the point, though. I interact with a person, I think, right away, because if they're using that, they have to scroll down. You got to scroll down to see the 0.
Yeah.
They pass all that and they go, you know, they're confused a little bit. Okay. But the main thing is that when they go ahead and opt into it, all of a sudden they get this card. It's got a lady's face on it.
Yeah.
Where do they go from there? See, that's where the dialogue comes in, because you got to show them that there's 3 little buttons here that you open up.
Yep.
And one is you put your picture in there, and I'll show you. Do you know how? Do you have it saved somewhere?
I have a video. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I know that's what I mean.
No, it's made. I just gotta get it approved. I gotta look
like
at it.
that.
As
And
soon
then
as they approve it.
you put this in, and you got these 3 components, and then here's how you share it, and then here's how you save it. In other words, that has to all come together, because if not, whoop, just like scrolling, you know, they just boom.
Yep, we're just waiting. As soon as they take an eyeball, have time to eyeball it, we'll get that shared to everybody.
Exactly. And Anna, thanks for answering Rose Michelle's question on some of the benefits of the free card. Why don't I just take 10 seconds, guys, and we'll go jump back over to that free card template we had just pulled up. Not the free card offer, but what we're talking about is the free business card that they actually get. So anybody who signs up for a free Shuffle account, this is the one card that they get. So we're going to select this template. You can see this is what Ruben's talking about. It comes preloaded with the image, because remember, when the person is signing up for their free account, we're only collecting really 4 pieces of information. We're collecting their first and last name, an email, and a phone number. So you can see on here, it pre-populates some of that information on here, including the first and the last name, but they're still going to have to come back and continue editing those extra elements, social media links, images, all of that type of stuff. Rose Michelle, if we're looking at this template, what they're going to get the ability to adjust color. They're going to get, and this is coming shortly, the ability to have a background image behind their thing. So for branding, which again, if we're talking about buzzwords, right? Images to brand your card, profile image, right? Information about who you are and what you do, right? Whatever professional representative for everyone, anonymous industries, contact details, and that will include their email, their phone, their text, their address, those 4 contact details. If they don't want one of those on there, they just leave it blank, and they could just have phone and email, or they could have, if you don't want them to get any of that and you just want to use it as like a social hub, you just leave all 4 of those things blank, and it's just your connect with me stuff. And I'll show you as we go through the build on this card. You get an outbound web link. So if you want to link this to your online store, you want to link it to anything, yeah, you know, your choice there. Also, you get an embedded video. Again, if you don't want a video on your card, you just leave it blank, clear it out. And you get lead capture. And even though the free account does not have the contacts within the Shuffle application, online or native, this will email them every time in real time that they get a new contact. So I would say if you're looking at a differentiator, and everybody, you know, we're going to see more and more people in this competitive landscape. Why? Digital business cards are going to become mainstream over the next 2 to 5 years. Think about this, right? And we're talking about 30 million businesses that are going to leverage tools like this. So you're going to come across competitors. Majority of the things I've come across do not offer lead capture for free.
So
if you're looking for one differentiator, like you get 1 second to have a quick reply on their question of like, why is this different than this? Just say, does your card generate and email you the leads it generates? No. Oh, this has lead capture on there. Obviously, they can turn on or off any of these elements. Also customizable, right? Like, let's go in and select a color. You know, okay, we want ours to be, I don't know. I'm thinking of my daughter right now. We'll go with like a purpley pink. You know what I mean? You can do that. And then you just step through the steps. Easy to build, right? We're going to use our information. So we'll select that name. It just updates it all. As I mentioned, one thing that's coming shortly, they're finishing it up, is a background image. You'll see that when you get to the picture section. Right now, it's just the pictures. Also on this form, they get a ton of connect with me's. If they want to add line, I'm just putting things in so that the icons show up here. But obviously you would want to put your social link. We're not talking right now limiting their social links. They can put them all in. And as I mentioned, if you didn't want, let's say you wanted to use this card just for promoting yourself, but you don't want to give away personal information like a phone or an email address, just clear those things out. And the dynamic nature of our card, it would clear it all out, right? So we'll get rid of the email, we'll get rid of that, we'll get rid of the address, and look, the whole section goes away. So it's not like there's a blank contact me section, it's only connect with me. But the moment you put a phone number back in, the icon shows up. So that's the flexibility in the design of the free template. Your button link, again, same thing. You know, we'll scroll down, view my link. We're going to put like, click here, you know, and we'll make it go to Google. Okay. Again, video title, shuffle to grow your business. If you don't want a video in your card, you get rid of it and the whole section goes away. If you want a video, you just grab the share link for a Vimeo or for a YouTube and you put it in there. You can even add the video title. The same thing with the lead capture. Maybe you're just using this as a marketing hub card for all of your social media and you're not going to be using lead capture. There's a little toggle. You just hide lead capture. There you go, guys. In fact, let's get rid of the phone and we'll have a quick little link hub card that we made in 20 seconds, you know? So we'll get rid of the phone number. Boop. There we go. You know, if we wanted to get rid of the company, it would close that down. Again, you can adjust and edit and come back and re-edit on this card over and over again. Oh, hey guys, look what's new. Change backgrounds in there. So now we can add that background image. You know, come in, select the background, look for a background that will work. Let's put this background in, hit save. You know, now we've got background for branding. Change the photo. You can put any photo you'd like in. There we go. That's a winner right there. All right, everybody. In a minute, you know, that's another thing I think is a big differentiator, guys. If you're comparing apples to apples, and that's always what I say to people, is like, hey, let's compare apples to apples. Does yours capture leads and email you those leads? No? Oh, does it support QR, NFC, email, text, social, all across? No? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Can you put your branding? Does it take less than a minute to build? Because this free card does. I can have you up and running, you know, after this event is over, we'll spend 5 minutes real quick, get you enrolled, build your card, and you're off to the races.
So that's one thing that I'm actually doing is taking, so I have more than one NFC card, is I'm taking one of my cards and making it go straight to the free. Because, you know, again, you're either trying to explain to them what free means, or like, what do you mean free? Or you're standing in a meeting and you have 3 or 4 people come up to you at once and you just want to go like, well, let me show you, let me show you, let me show you, let me show you. If you just go tap, 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 tap and go, okay, now everybody do this at once, you know, and then, you know, within 5 minutes, you got all the people in front of you have a free card. And then you start showing them, all right, now pull up your QR code, share cards with each other, do this, do this, do this. And they're just mind blown that this is the free option.
Well, and I think, Cathy, you bring up a valid point. If you can engage with them with their own technology, that's getting them started in using it. And the force of friction for me to say, okay, now that we've got you set up, you share it to me. And then they get that, oh, wow, somebody just viewed my, like, they're starting to get that experiential style.
100%.
And now they're
100%.
like, oh my gosh, what else can this do? Like, oh, well, why don't you join some of our free calls? What? It's free, you know, just like, yes, we want to build a community and we've got all of this mission to spread this around and we need your help. Like, come and learn how to maximize and use this and get out there and share it.
Yeah, I've said from day one, I've done that for, and I actually just did it yesterday at a breakfast, is if somebody says, well, explain to me more or show me, send me your shuffle card so I can see what you're talking about. I get it, but I don't get it, right? I immediately turn my phone around and go, well, let me show you how I'm going to send this to you and what it looks like so that they see the steps before the shuffle card even hits their phone to see what they're going to get. Yep. And they open it and I'm showing them again. Now, look, I can see that you're viewing it. If you go through those steps with them, they're just like, Oh, they can see it for themselves, what steps are going to look like. Kanan, did you have a question?
Okay, when they share their free card with a regular shuffle user, will it go into the card index, or where would that go?
Yes, it will go into the card index. And guys, here's the other thing. That free account, you can save their cards into your card index. Anybody's free card, you can put into your card index. But here's the other magical thing. You can put your card into the free accounts card index. And remember, when you change or update your card and you see a little pop-up that says, let others know that you've updated your card, those people who are all on free accounts, if your card is in their card index, they're going to get a little push notification. Danon just updated his card. And obviously your card is sitting in their card index. Also, when we talk about networking, and this is so critical because I don't think any other platform is really leaning into networking from the standpoint of what we believe true networking to be. True networking isn't selling your network on your service. It's selling your network on referring you business when they encounter your potential customer. So if your card is sitting in everybody's card index because you've helped them get a free card, you almost have to say like, yes, I want to give you this free card so that you have something, but also sort of in a snicker be like, but I also want to put my card in your card index. So every time I update it, you're going to get a little push notification. And the applications of that ripple across different industries, right? If you're a salon, or maybe you sell a product where you have monthly specials, if you put the card into the card index of a bunch of people, maybe even your clients, and you do a special and you push the update on your card, those clients are going to see, oh, wow, Anna just updated her card. Let me jump in and see what's changed. It's just another call to action for them to be reminded to come view your card and make it accessible. So it's a two-way street, Danon, when we talk about card index. But you don't
send it to them. You don't send it to them via Shuffle. They send it to you and you save it to your index.
Correct.
Same, they save it to theirs, you save it to yours.
Correct. And so what we're talking about here, and let me reiterate what Cathy just mentioned. Okay, so we've built our free card here. Again, I'm gonna jump over to a card offering. Okay, let's go ahead and save this free card real quick. It's a winner. I might come back and edit this, but it'll work for now. Okay, so we've got this free card that we just created. I'm just going to use the preview link. Oh, well, there we go. Here I am laughing at myself and what I'm seeing, and you guys don't get to see how amazing the card is. Okay, so guys, we've got our free card. This is the link for that card. Obviously, I'm using a preview link, but what I want to call out is what Cathy mentioned, because if you're on a free account, you don't have connections in Shuffle, because you're missing that whole relationship management component that comes with the premium service. So when a free user wants to put their card in the card index, you just share it with them like you normally would. QR scan, airdrop, text message. And when they open it up and view it, Danon, you just want to tell them to click on the plus, and it's going to add to phone contacts or card index. And if they click on card index, same thing when they share you their free card. You say, great, I'm looking at your free card. You click card index, and then it'll say launch Shuffle, and it will load it straight into your card index.
But mine won't have it like that. It'll be the little share button at the bottom, right?
Same thing. It doesn't matter if it's this free template or we'll jump in and grab, here's the construction card we always talk about. At the very bottom, where you have the share option. Okay. This one's turned off on this template, so I must have gone in and edited that. Let's go to the realtor card. So down here at the bottom, forward my info, save my info. When we click on save my info, it's the same thing, card index. Okay. So that's all you have to remember is use the card index by clicking on the card in your browser and hitting save to card index. It will go into your card index. As long as you're either on your computer where it will throw you into your Shuffle online, or you're on your phone where the Shuffle app is.
Does that make sense? Does that help? Okay. Good deal. I know we have a kind of a back and forth going on in the chat right now for Rose Michelle. I go one way and Anna does a different. So DR, put in your 2 cents on this. Having someone download the app before they get the free card and join.
Number one
Which way?
step, guys. Yeah, number one step, give them the free card, okay? Get them that template that's like, get the free card, okay? Remember, we always talk about lowering the friction. What we mean by lowering the friction is the steps, or internally what we refer to as the click economy. Remember, every time you're asking somebody to take an action, you're asking them to do a heavy lift. If I told you, hey, Cathy, it was so great meeting you. Can I ask you to do one thing? Cathy's probably like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'll do this one step. But if I come over and I say, hey, Cathy, I want you to do 50 things for me real quick. Then she's going to be like, I don't know if I like you enough to go through that burden of doing that. Now I'm talking about extremes here, but really we're talking about the click economy. So let's talk through that. You would send them that free card template that we were just showing. I'll pull it up. Okay. So you would say, here's the link, because the next step is claim your free card. So we're going to click on that, and it's going to take us into here. It shows the total as 0. Again, this is something I'll highlight if I'm with that person. And Ruben, I know we were talking about it on the mobile view, I think, but it's like, look, the order summary shows 100% for free. Okay. Just finish the sign up process. Rose Michelle, you might as well hook them before you ask them to download the app. Okay. Because they can still do everything from the web. Remember at the beginning of this, when we said, do they need the app to use it? No. So let's make sure you get the referral and the invite and everything like that. And then, they're going to continue through. They'll put in all their personal information. They'll hit continue one more time. I want to call out, we use Doug Demo's free card. So it's tracking back to Douglas Baldwin, Doug Demo's account. So he gets credit for that new free user, and that free user's already down the path. And then after they've created their account, they've got their first card, you can say, but it's a lot easier to use with the mobile app installed on your phone. It's a lot easier to share and to track and to do all of that type of stuff with the mobile app on your phone. So now that you're a member, get the app, join the groups, check out the YouTube channel. Those are all extra steps. But the first thing is the lowest path to getting them to get their free account and build their first card. I hope that answers it. I don't know who was.
One of the things I tell everybody when they're like, well, what is free? What do you mean by free? Or what do I get? Are you sure it's free? I just go, you let me know if it asks for your credit card.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Because if it does, I want to know. Like, you let me know if it asks. Because if you can make an account and it didn't ask for your credit card, I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
Ruben, what was your question?
Okay, regarding the free card, if they received a free card from me, I know exactly who they are, the free card people. Okay, well, I make it a point to contact them and ask them to share my card that's in their card index.
Yep.
And they'll do, it's in there, but you got to show them where it's at, etc. And they'll share the card.
Mm-hmm.
And that basically you're just asking them, you gave it to them free. So just ask them, hey, would you mind sharing the card?
Yep.
And think about it. You've now empowered them to know that anytime they come across somebody who they need to connect with Ruben, they know where your card is at. Again, you just went from what would be the other cards that are sitting in stacks on their desk or in the circular filing cabinet. I know Cathy's got the shoe boxes here, right? Look at all of these. They're going from that to, oh yeah, I've got, who you need to meet? You need to meet my friend Ruben. I just got to open this app, click card index, and share it with you. Here you go.
I had somebody come up to me in a meeting last week, and he just had all of his cards in his hand. He goes, I'm sick of carrying these around. I was like, well, I don't blame you. Let's fix that.
That's the exciting things, guys. Like, we are literally on the ground floor of what I truly believe is going to happen to the business card, like what happened to the plastic straw. And we're all going to be well positioned to capitalize on helping spread that movement all over. And just think about the efficiencies that are going to be gained by both the referrer, the referee, and the networking in general as people adopt solutions like this. Obviously, I want to be a Coke or a Pepsi in this marketplace. We know that there are going to be other players, and we just need to outshine. And that's our goal on the tech side, is just to keep iterating and making sure we create a lot of value for the free users. And again, when I say a lot of value, guys, look, it's going to be similar to what you get for like $97. You know what I mean? And then the premium is going to blow the free card features out of the water. And yet it's still cheaper than that, about $100 for the year. You know what I mean? Or you do your math on whatever you're promoting and selling at. I've heard people use it's less than $1 a day or 30 cents a day, or, again, to show that the value proposition is you get all this for this much.
But
again,
too.
I think that we also there's so many things that Shuffle does. Asking the person what is their pain point, right? That's always important, because I think that we sometimes even forget that if we start with, oh, it does lead capture and it does campaigns and it does this and it does this, and all they go is just like, can I save these? And you're like, oh yeah, that too. Right. So it's like asking their pain point, find out what it is that they're looking to do. Are they a big network? Do they a networker? Do they have a bunch of paper cards sitting around? Are they looking for a resource? Are they looking for a different way to introduce themselves? What is their pain point that you can then address, so that one, you don't overwhelm them, right? Mm-hmm. And two, it's okay to get them started for free. You're like, hey, get on that free account. It really is free. I promise you're going to love it. And then, like Ruben said, make sure they know how to use it. 2-3 weeks ago, I met somebody and she was like, well, I have a different digital business card. I was like, that's great. Right. But she was like, but I never use it. Like, I don't even think I would know how to open it. I'm like, well, that's not great. So let's make sure that we're
something that you want to use every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's make sure we're helping people. And I just go, you don't even have to download mine. You could use yours. But if you have a QR code, I'd set it up and put it on your home screen. And I showed her how I did mine. And she was like, oh, well, that's easy. I'm like, there, that's just one little quick tip, right? Yep. Be helpful and show people how to use technology.
And Cathy, what's really sweet about the free card dashboard, there's a little tab up there that says, for $1,
yep,
you get to show premium, Shuffle premium. I mean, it's all there.
Try it for a month.
Right.
You don't like
we
it?
Want to lower the friction. We want to lower the friction, and we want to allow people a path to try it out. You know what I mean? Free to $1 to a full-blown thing. Also, Cathy, you mentioned this thing, and then Anna will get to you in a second. We've talked about it in the past where we drew these sort of 3 sections: lead generation, hello to enrollment, and post-enrollment. What Cathy's talking about is this vital element of post-enrollment. Now that you have your card, we want to make sure you know how to use it, how to share it, how to benefit from it. I mean, this has the power to generate leads for you. This has the power to brand yourself. This has the power to be a hub to connect them with all your other information, but it's not going to serve that purpose if you haven't, to Cathy's point, saved it to your home screen or shared it out or generated a QR to put at your booth or any one of those other things. So,
well, even yesterday, I should have Chris come on as a example sometime so you guys can all meet him. He's a roofer here in Dallas, and his point was yesterday he was like, if you're at a networking meeting and you meet 10 people and 3 of those people they're like, hey, can I get your card? And you're like, oh, I'm all digital, just give me your number, I'm happy to send it to you. And they're like, nah, I don't give my number out.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're not really having a conversation, are we? And he's like, it's just an easy way to weed out those people that really aren't interested or really, don't want to have any kind of follow-up conversation. He's like, great, you just saved me time.
Yep.
So, I mean, I had really never thought about.
And I think there are those types of pre-filters. Again, we want you to explore what your process is for your business. I know we've talked about that a lot in the past. And if your process has this sort of pre-qualifier to it, right? Like think about Mike Snow, okay? His pre-qualifier is you're going to give me your information, and you're willing to do that because you're going to get a consultation with me where I do a business review with you, and you'll get my card info. But if you're not willing to
get an hour free with them or something, it's crazy.
Yeah, if you're not willing to give me your info, you don't get this thing. And that
he uses it. What does he call it? It's so fantastic, like his customer funnel or something. It just makes so much sense.
Yep.
And he's like, I'm giving you this free time of mine in exchange for this, this information, and it's brilliant.
Exactly. Anna, you've been patient. Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if I'm missing the point or not, but when you if you set up your calendar to release a new comment or a new thought or a video or something on Shuffle, okay, and you have your free card, whatever card you put out the most, there's one section in it that you can put those things in. Well, just put them in your calendar and you have built your own campaign for following up with those folks, because the Shuffle card will send out that little comment or, hey, look what happened here at Shuffle. They'll update all the cards and all the people that you contacted before. That's a campaign,
Yep.
right?
Yep. Now, whoop, a little bit of feedback.
Yes.
I don't know why.
We'll
Are
try.
you talking about when you hit save, when you change
Yeah,
something
that's
on
our
your card?
the show when you hit save and it says, do you want to let everybody know that you've already sent this card to?
Okay, I was making sure I was following. I was like, I'm not sure I'm following. Okay, yes, it's just another way to share the information.
It's not lead capture, but it is a campaign.
Yeah, but if Anna queued up all these things in her calendar and it's just reminded her to update her card, like we can go into our free business card, right? We can edit it. And again, maybe not on the free card, but one of your other cards, okay? We can come in. I got to change this picture.
That's a great picture. Come on now.
Right? Right? We'll get it back to Doug's photo. You know, and we move it back to Doug's, and that's the only thing we do. As we go through and confirm, this is where notify users who have received this card previously. That's everybody who's ever gotten your card in the system. Okay, so that's the key differentiator, in the system, meaning if they're a free Shuffle account owner and your card, this card is sitting in their card index, when I hit yes, their phone will go off and it will say, ER just updated his card, and it'll link back directly to my card. So it's another way to just re-engage with somebody each time you make a change on a card.
Just remind them that you're still here.
You're
Yep.
still here. You still, yeah, absolutely. Whatever it is.
And Ruben, we've talked about every time you engage with somebody, it's an interaction point. If you have a phone call with somebody, that's an interaction point. If you message them on Facebook and say happy birthday, that is an interaction point. And if you have multiple interaction points, guess what? You're going to start to move top of mind for that person. If I only meet you one time, interact with you one time, or if we look at the statistics, I don't interact with you at all, even though I met you, as time goes by, you're going to forget about me, you know, but if I can stay present in your mind, and it doesn't always have to be about business. I think that's the other thing, right? How many holidays have we just seen, guys, right?
Yes.
How many times do people's birthdays come up? All of those are an opportunity to just have an engagement with somebody, a touch point with somebody. And all of those touch points are what sum up together to create their view of who you are and whether they know, like, or trust you, so that when it comes time for you to do business, it's easier to make an informed decision.
100%. Dana, you had your hand up again.
Okay, I want to go back to the point where you were saying that if a person get the free card, once they get the free card, they have to download Shuffle after that, right? Other than that, they can't build on that card or do nothing with that card, right?
No, they don't have to download the Shuffle app. They can continue to edit that card. They're just going to be on the web interface.
I mean, it's nothing special that they got to do, but just get that.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, okay.
And I always tell them,
what would be their reason for them to get the Shuffle app?
To make it a little bit easier.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead, Anna. Go ahead, Anna.
That part excites me, Dana, because when you download the Shuffle app, you can save people's information to your card index. You can upload your contacts to the card index, and it is forever there, no matter what happens to your telephone. It is forever there in your card index. That's the essential part of downloading that app.
Absolutely. Very, very beneficial on that end. Also, from a user perspective, to add on what Anna was saying, things like simplifying the way you edit. You know what I mean? You can edit this free card from your mobile phone. Maybe you're going to be going into a meeting and you need to update some information. You'll benefit from downloading the app, you know?
So this is what it looks like. Can y'all see my screen?
Yep, we've got it.
So there's what it looks like, Dana. When they first, if you send them your link and they fill in their information. Of course, it wouldn't have my picture,
Right.
but it would have the gal that comes on there, and it would have, just their shuffle information that they put in there. Now, this is the point that I usually tell someone, hey, you have two choices. You can click on those three little buttons and we can edit this on your phone. But even easier, now that you have an account, let's go download the Shuffle Digital Business Card app, use your same email and password, and get you logged in on the app, because it's really fun. I just tell them, it's really fun to edit this from the app. But I just want, I want them to realize when they're looking at this, they have an account, they have this digital card, they're on their browser.
And what's crazy is this almost looks like a mobile application, but this is all the browser. You can see the browser address at the top of Cathy's screen here. You can see some of the familiar elements from when you're using your computer. We're just on a phone browser. So you don't need the app, but to Cathy's point, you want to, as a second step, encourage them to get the app. Why? Now we're talking push notifications, card index, all of that type of stuff. There's still the card index on here. However, again, on the mobile app, it's going to be a lot easier, more efficient to edit the card, play with the card, send the card, swipe through the card, etc.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the app right now so you guys can see.
Hold on before you pull up the app.
Yeah.
Okay, my question is, so once you send them the free card, and they fill out their information in the free card, this is what they get, right?
Yep.
Okay, and once they get this, where do they actually save this at to share it, to keep sharing it?
Yep, they can either one, download the app, or two, continue to come back to their browser. They can leave this open in their browser for however long they want as one of their windows. So that's the other benefit, is getting the app. If
not, do they have to go to app.lfi.com to get this?
Correct. You can see it right up there. It automatically logs into that, but this is app.lfi.com, Damon. You can see it right in the URL up at the top.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm trying to pull you up the free account so you can see. So once they do that, what I have them do is I just have them go download the app, use the same email and phone number. Oops, hit the wrong button. And then the nice thing is that it looks similar and they're able to see it in the app form.
Yep. So you'll see the difference from what we were just looking at to, Cathy, are you going to share the app screen to the app? Obviously, guys, think about it. Visually, hands down, in my opinion, the app looks better than the web. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
That image is much bigger. You don't have the URL at the top and you get a whole navigation right at the bottom. Right? And you're going to be able to come back and grab your card to share or edit your card because the app is sitting on your phone screen versus having to remember that app.lfi thing.
Right. So again, I mean, they can do everything. They can preview it. They can do everything that the Shuffle Pro app can do. They just have the one template, which I think reduces the friction again, right? It makes them not have to think and go like, what are all these choices and what are all these things and what do I choose, right? We're helping them streamline to one specific thing. And then the shares on this one, top left is saved to the phone contacts, right is to share. So they don't have the share buttons at the bottom. They're at the top now.
I really like the way that looks and feels. But I'm getting a real kick out of pulling out the QR code reader when I pull out my Shuffle. Yeah, I pull up my tap card and take a picture and show them how it works.
Yep. And you'll notice on that free account, right, when Cathy goes to share, it gives you that option, right? Because they only have one link, one QR code. So it becomes very easy from the free account side to share, right? They're not having to worry about, and as much as having multiple links and having multiple campaigns and having all that trackability is amazing, it also is one extra step you need to do to generate that. And for a lot of people, sometimes that's above them, right? I don't get why I have multiple links. Just give me one link. You can still do one link. I'm a tracker. You know what I mean? I'm a data guy. So I like to create lots of links.
Well, and I'm in a different age group from most of you, not all of you, but most of you. And when I'm talking to people, they're running their own business. They're starting businesses because, prices are going up and all these. But when you say, here, download this app, they're like, another app.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like, but if I say, here, get your free card, then I can say, download the app because it's easy, it gives you more stuff.
It's all a factor of positioning, right, Anna? The way you position it is get a free digital business card to support your new business, not go download another app. And like we talked about that flow, at the end of it, you've gotten your card, you've gotten your account, you're doing it all on the web. But if you want more ease of use, now go get the app.
Now go get the
And
app.
then they have an incentive to get the app last instead of first.
Hey, and you could use that digital business card, the one free card, to go out and market yourself. So maybe you are looking, for something. You're like, hey, I can't do that yet because I don't have a business, or I'm not in business, or I don't have a job yet. Okay, fine. Go market yourself with the one free card and use that to your advantage and show them that you're savvy.
Put your resume on there.
Yeah, be tech savvy.
When you go
be
into
like, wow,
yeah,
right?
put
Like
your
Guy
resume
said,
on
it's
there.
all about convenience. Again, it's nice to have the choices, right? People, it's so funny because once people start to and even yesterday, and I keep harping on this, but at lunch, I went to have the shuffle meeting with my client Chris, and he uses it for roofing. All of his roofers are on Shuffle. They all use Shuffle. They just tell their clients we're all digital. He's like, I haven't had a printed card in 3 years. But he was like, now we're hiring, and he was like, and it is a tough market out there right now. And he goes, so we want to make a new card. He goes, can we make a card that's about hiring? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, it's helping people see the vision, right? So he's like, so I want a card. And then he goes, I want 2 cards. He goes, I want a card that talks to people who have been in sales before. And I want a card to somebody that's never been in sales, just because I don't care who it is. Like if somebody gives me good service at a restaurant or somebody gives me good service wherever, I want to be able to have this on my phone and go, hey, have you ever thought about being in sales and roofing? And I was like, why don't we do like a pick your own adventure, right? Kind of what we talk about all the time. Make one landing page. It's going to talk about roofing and why you want to be in sales with roofing and your company and what's so fabulous about it. Have you been in sales before? Click here. That's going to go to one adventure and one landing page. Never been in sales before? Click here. That's going to go to a different landing page with Shuffle. And he was like, you can do that? I was like, yeah. And I think the nice thing about that is, again, on the choices side, right? The person who's viewing that, maybe they've never been in roofing sales and they want to see what the other person sees. Yep. Well, what if I had been in roofing sales before? Like, what do they see that I don't get to see? Right? So the more information you can give somebody and the more educated you make them up front, right? Then if they really are looking for a career change, you're going to have a really good prospect on your hand.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
recruiting, I almost would drive by. I would drive by the other roofing company, and when their crew went by, I'd be like, hey, let me tap this onto your phone. Come work for us,
right?
And drive away before anybody can catch you handing out flyers.
Oh, they were hysterical. They were like, we put like a QR code on the front that's like, come, here we're a roofing company, and then a QR code on the back that says, and we're hiring.
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it.
But part of it is just, I think it's that continual conversation, right? It's the things that come natural to us that we get on here every Tuesday and every week, and we come on these calls and we think it's top of mind. Like we're constantly thinking, how can we do this? Where can we put these QR codes? What can we help our clients with? But they're not necessarily going like, oh, I think Shuffle could do that for me. So we're able to give those ideas.
Well, and I think, Cathy, we've talked about it before, that positions you and your credibility as the guide and as the support and as the resource so much higher when you can come in. And also it's going to increase the retention massively for everybody that you're helping and supporting. The more they turn it into a tool that they use every day, that's like asking a roofer to give up their hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do it. I use it every day. That's
All
really
the
what I
time.
want this to turn into for every end user, is something that it's the first thing they think of when they go to connect with somebody. It's the first thing they think of when they go to promote something. It's the first thing they think of when they're going to an event or a trade show or a booth. It's how can this tool support me? Oh, and then let me reach out to my friend Cathy or my friend Ruben or my friend Anna, because she is awesome at this, or knows this thing like the back of his hand, you know?
Well, the nice thing too is here we are a couple years in, you know, of course we've been doing this for several years now, but it's like, I now have people reaching out to me and going like, hey, I've started a new business, or I've transitioned to this other company, or I'm doing something else, and I want Shuffle to support that instead. And so it's not like they're going like, oh, don't need Shuffle anymore. They're
Yep.
like, oh, I'm going to bring this with me, and now I can move these cards and change what they say, and again, update them and let people know what I'm doing now.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
and Shuffle allows interfaces to your CRMs and things like that, where that information can flow into something that you're already using,
Yep.
but can't carry with you.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think that's part of, like, just as a collective here in the community, understanding all of the different functionalities of what we have at our disposal, all the different uses, because going back to Cathy's point, we may love one area of Shuffle, but we won't realize unless we ask the question what their need is, right? Like Anna, that might be their number one need. I need a way to collect leads, but that will go into my existing CRM. Does this support that? Absolutely. You can put a Zap together and it can support funneling them straight over into your drip campaigns. Awesome. That's all I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Or I remember in the social group, somebody had put a comment in like, the fact that Shuffle lets me create a QR code that I can have at the point of sale is saving me $2,000 a year over the alternative solution I was using. Again,
Wow.
That's huge. You know what I mean? You went to spending 10, 20 bucks a month on something that you were spending maybe $200 a month on. What a great savings for that business to accomplish the exact same result, you know? And then Cathy, I love what you're talking about. If you're out networking, everybody has business cards. How are you scanning those? How are you working those? How are you sending them? Or they're all like, again, like all of us, sort of sitting in a pile somewhere, not being worked. Use this OCR to scan them in and you can start working them.
Yeah, that's actually, you met Kimberly when you guys were in Dallas. That's Kimberly's pet boarding company. And she just, again, I think she had about 50 aha moments when y'all were.
I love that. It's so exciting.
So yeah, okay. Any other questions? I know we've kind of talked about the same free card and the offer and how to use it and what to do with it, which I love because I know it's very hot right now. I think everybody loves the new template. Damon.
Will there be another convention this year?
Yeah, let's figure that one out. I don't know if we were going to do some Colorado thing, some Texas thing, or somewhere else. I know even Shelly was trying to vie for us to come out to Las Vegas. So we'll be starting to look around and think about that, but it'll probably be around that same time in Q4, Danon. So I don't think we've made a decision yet, but I'm sure there'll be something going on.
Well, if it's Vegas, it better be Q4.
I know I put
Pretty
in
good
my
weather in
vote.
Q4, just saying.
Right?
I put in my vote.
There's
Awesome.
always Nashville.
And Reno.
Yeah.
Reno's not bad.
Cathy says Texas is central.
To
Any other questions? Anything you guys are trying to build, try to have a question on, not sure how to make? Anything we can do to help you out, Guy? Anything you want to add? I know you might be working because I know you have your picture up. Oh, there he is. I was gonna say, where'd he go?
There he is.
He's like, nope, I'm gonna be quiet today. All right. Anna, did you have something?
No.
Okay, I thought you said you had a question. Did somebody say they had a question and I missed it?
Yeah, it was Keisha. I'm not sure if I came
Hey,
through.
Keisha.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I apologize. First and foremost, I just want to say I really appreciate the information I was given today, and also the magnificent link that Mr. Wolf put up. This has really spearheaded me to just pin that where I can make sure I stay consistent with the meetings now, because I'm an affiliate and I came with a couple of uses a couple of years ago, and the business got real busy, and then I had to do a pivot, and everything that it has scaled to. and elevated to, I'm like, wow, wow. And I mean, I'm glad I recorded because I couldn't write it all, right? So I'm very grateful for that. But I would like for you to, I know I will find, I don't want to waste time. I do see that there's, since I've been active, I see that there's the tap card. I will go review that information. But I would like to see about the QR code. Yeah, just to keep it general. Thank you.
Yeah.
To pull a QR code up, what can we do for you on the QR code?
Actually, on the so since I've had it, I'm an affiliate, just where to grasp that part for editing purposes in that sphere versus what we was just showing with the free card.
Absolutely. ER, you want to share? You want me to share?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share real quick. So you can see in this account for our Doug demo, I've got 13 cards created.
Okay.
I can create multiple links for any card. You're either going to have an individual link or a campaign link. Okay.
Yes.
An individual link will give you feedback that that individual is viewing the card. So make sure you're only sharing individual links with the right individual. Otherwise, you get false alerts. So when I go to share a card like this construction card, again, I'm on the desktop, the same similar flow on the mobile side. I'll come in on those three dots. I'll click to share the card. And then if I have a contact that I'm sharing to, like here is Jane, you can see that the link it's going to give me, and I'm just hitting show link here, will also include a corresponding QR code. So maybe I'm going to have Jane scan this off of my phone real quick. Okay, so that's a good way there. However, I think the number one use for QR codes is under campaigns. And again, because a card can have multiple links, you can create unlimited campaigns. And if you saw me, I went through that a little bit quick, but I clicked on the three dots for the card. I scrolled down to where it says campaigns, and you can see this card again has multiple campaigns to them. Now, every single one of these campaigns has its own individual QR code. So you have to remember about the QR code side. So let's say this construction worker, Doug, is going to the Build Expo 2022. He creates that campaign. There's the link. There's the QR code. So if he was doing a booth, or maybe he's a speaker, that's the thing I want to be using. Additionally, and I know this is a little bit beyond the QR code side, campaigns is also going to be the place where you can add your lead capture forms. Okay. Does that help? That's your question?
Yeah, that's spot on, because actually I do events and we do the campaigns, and this is spot on, and it's going to be multiple. That's why I wanted to ask again. And I can create multiple campaigns. So this is spot on.
I would do it. I would create a separate campaign. If you're really weird like me, you might even consider creating a separate campaign link for the different days. If you're going to like a multi-day event, you can literally create an unlimited number, and that's going to give you measurability. It's also going to give you those lead capture forms. But that way, hey, this Expo 2022 generated me 50 new construction leads or whatnot. Now, compared to this campaign that generated no leads, I'm going to go back and redo the Expo, and I'll skip that event next time, type of thing.
All right, awesome.
If you'll go to data. If you'll share again, ER, I filled out your form for that card, so you can show how that comes in on the campaign and links straight to it.
So again, we're using the Build Expo 2022. I'm going to copy this link real quick and paste it in.
Go to your contacts.
You can see that there's a little lead capture form. That's what Cathy just filled out. So when she filled this out, I don't know if you heard it on my end, but I got a little alert. You'll also see this little bell notification. Look, new contact test received from the Build Expo event. So anytime somebody fills out this form, you're going to get an alert, and it's going to track all of that. And when you go back into your contacts, you'll see those new contacts as well start to show up there. So we'll filter this one by most recent, and we'll see there's that test that Cathy just put in, and it even tags it from the campaign that you're doing it for. So again, we're all about the organization side of things and really alerting you in real time when you have leads and prospects to start working. Another huge differentiator, because I don't know another tool out there that's going to help you generate new leads as part of your digital business card.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Did you have anything else?
Nope, that was great.
Great, thanks, Keisha. Anybody else have anything? I know we're already
Yes.
at 3 o'clock.
Danon has one more thing. We'll close in this one. Go ahead, Danon.
When a person fill in, like if I send out the free card and the person fill out the form for the free to get the free card, then I will get a notification just like a campaign.
Correct. So you would get a notification. Those right now on the free card template, because free accounts do not have a contact section. Remember that free accounts don't have the contact section. So if you're a free card template user who has a free account, those leads are only going to be emailed to you.
No, I'm saying if I'm a regular shuffle person, I send out the little free card for them to fill out to get a free shuffle account. Will I get the notification that somebody or get the information like a campaign?
No, they're just enrolling. So you're going to get the alerts that you have a new referral. You're going to get the affiliate alerts that you just got a new sign up, that somebody signed up for free.
So I won't get their email and phone number. Okay.
Because they're not filling out a lead capture form, they're actually enrolling. So that's going to show up in your network section within the affiliate program. So you'll see it there.
Okay,
and
so
you'll get the order notification.
So my next question is, can I make a card with a button that goes to that card, but put a lead capture on the front of that card?
Absolutely, you could do that.
Okay. So I can get their name, email, and phone number, and then they could just, once they give me that, they get the option to get the free card.
100%. Again, that's part of that quid pro quo. Hey, I'll give you a free card, but you have to give me your name and info. And you just do a little pop-up or something like that.
I just need to know how I can get the information. Okay. Yep. So I have to make my own card first, link it to, and link the free card to that, or to a button for that, and then make that whole card a campaign.
Correct. So that you can add the lead capture form. Yep, you got it.
But if it's already a card, how can I put the campaign on it? Would I be able to put the campaign on it?
No, you're talking the example that the example that I just heard from you real quick, and I want to make sure I'm hearing it clear.
Right. And I want to
in closing here, I'm going to get up and just do this last little board. What we're talking about, Danon, is you have the flow card, that's the free card, okay? But what you want to do is you want to create your own personal card.
Right.
Okay? You want to have a lead capture form on that card or pop up or whatever, with the lead capture form so that you can gather that. And you want to put a button on that card that links to free.
No. I mean, it's something like that, but I wanted to be able to put the lead capture on the free card. Yes.
Let me check and see if we can do a campaign.
Because people will sometimes get leery. I mean, I would have to probably put the lead capture on the bottom of it, but they still can. I want to make it so that they have to make it mandatory that they fill this out before they get the free card.
Let me see if that free card will allow you to create a campaign with the lead capture.
Right.
That I don't know. Yeah,
that's a good question. He's gonna try. He's gonna test it.
Okay.
Testing it right now, guys. We'll see here in a second. And I'm going to actually, let me share, see what I'm doing.
Usually when you put a caption on the regular card, then people get leery about just giving you their information and don't know what they actually giving you information for.
Yep. So let's include lead capture. Let's include it as a mandatory pop-up. Let's say, there, give me your info for a free digital business card. That's sort of the flow you were talking about. And then you wanted like name, and let's just add email. We'll hit mandatory on that one. We'll set all the individual notifications. We'll create that. We've got the link. Let's see what it looks like, Danon. There it is. So this has a lead capture form that they have to fill out in order to claim their free card. And if you do it in this way, you get a little bit of that background showing to them so they know, oh, there it is. They can even like try and click, but it's not going to do it until they put in,
their information.
Gain,
okay.
And
is that because it's one of your cards in your card index? From your card index?
Yes,
For
this
your card.
this again is for you as a Shuffle user, not for those free account
Right.
holders.
I
Yeah.
wasn't, right. That's what I was just thinking. I mean, because me being a Shuffle user, I'm able to build a campaign. Free users can't use the campaign. So I was just trying to make sure that it's able to be done like that. But yes.
100% correct, and we just validated it in 20 seconds, guys. So you can do it, Dana. Use that template, throw a mandatory form on there, and collect whatever data you want to. Cool.
Yeah.
With it.
Great idea. I love it.
Okay, guys.
Yeah. So thanks for all the questions today, guys. We were like, when we first jumped on, I was like, oh, it's going to be quiet today. And nope, here we are. So thanks for everybody for joining. If you guys have questions, we're here every Tuesday at 2:00 Central. We love to go through the tech. We love to talk about how to use it, how to share it, how to use it in your business, you know, how to build whatever it is that you guys have. Join us next week. Send a bring a friend if anybody has questions on how Shuffle works or how it would work in their business. And we're happy to answer questions live right here for everybody. So thanks, ER. Thanks, Guy, for
Thank you.
joining. Thanks, everybody, for being here. We'll see y'all next week.
Thanks, call as usual.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Bye.
You.
Thank